Are you in the market for a loaded rehab chair with less than 1 mile of usage? Well, stay tuned to this video review. Hey, I'm Alex with Marcs Mobility, and in this video we're going to go over a Quantum Stretto power chair. Now this chair is a 2024 version, has less than 1 mile of total drive distance. Maybe by the time we're done doing this video it might have 1 total mile, but basically this chair was never able to be used. So a power chair like this is very expensive. We sell these gently used, and once again this is as new as you're going to get for a gently used chair. Now the Stretto is going to have, this particular one is going to have a 12-inch seat lift. It's going to have electric tilt, electric recline, electric legs, and I'll go over all those functions with you here shortly. But I'm going to talk a little bit about the unit. It's a 300-pound weight capacity chair. It does take 55-amp flat top batteries. So if you're needing batteries for this chair or any other chair on the market, give us a call. We can typically ship those to you the same week right to your home. Now the Stretto is a mid-wheel drive design. If you've seen other Quantum chairs, they do make other mid-wheel drive designs, but what's different about the Stretto is I believe Stretto in Italian means narrow, so it's a more narrow base. So that's what this chair is designed for, to be a little bit more narrow than maybe the Edge 3, which is just a slightly bit wider of a chair. But you still are going to have your 14-inch tall drive tires, and then you're going to have a 6-inch rear caster wheel and a 5-inch front caster wheel. But it is a mid-wheel drive design, so this chair is going to turn in a smaller turning radius than, let's say, a front-wheel drive or a rear-wheel drive chair. So something like this is going to be intended to be used inside the home or outside on hard-top surfaces. This is not going to be an all-terrain chair, but it is one of the nicest rehab mid-wheel drive chairs on the market, and definitely for the overall size of the chair. Now I'm going to go right here into the functions of the joystick, or of the actual unit. This one, you go right through the joystick. You can hit the little green home key, and then you navigate down to the seat. And on this joystick now, you're going to have a picture of the seat, and it's going to depend on what is lit up to be able to activate that function. So right now, back and bottom's lit up, which is going to be your electric tilt. So when that's lit up, I can go ahead and I can start to tilt the chair back. Electric tilt is when somebody's pulling you backwards. It is a very medically necessary function. What it does is it takes the pressure off the lower half of your body and applies it to your back. So that helps increase circulation throughout the lower half of your body. So pressure sores, things like that, this would help with that. It would help with positioning, sometimes transferring, or just repositioning yourself in the chair. Now, while you're also in this position, you are able to then also elevate your legs. So if you wanted to get your legs above your heart, you're able to do that as well by elevating your legs once you are tilted back. And you'll see we're almost all the way up at that position now. And so this is what it would look like if you had electric tilt and electric legs at the same time. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring the tilt back down forward. And I also want to mention to you as well, top left-hand corner of the screen, you're either going to have a green circle, or you're going to have an I symbol, or you're going to have a red X. If you have a red X, that means you're in a non-safe driving position. The chair will not move until you get more of an upright position, and then the chair will be able to drive again. So always want to have a green circle on there to be able to drive. Now what I'm going to go over here is going to be the electric recline, which is pretty straightforward. Recline is just when your back is going back so that you're able to lay back, get comfortable, and potentially sleep in the chair. We do have many users that do sleep in the chair, so you'll see this is almost 180-degree lay flat type positioning, but this is what you would look like in your recline and your electric legs up. I believe I am able to do the recline and the legs at the same time through the functions on the joystick, but I think that's the only combo that you're able to do at the same time. So now I'm going to get you back up to a more upright seat position, and then I'm going to go over the electric seat lift on this chair. So the seat lift is just going to be the bottom cushion lit up, and when that's lit up, you're going to pull back on the joystick, and then the chair is going to begin to raise up 12 inches. Now you're still able to drive this while it's elevated, it's just at a reduced speed. I'll go over that speed with you outside in the video as well. I believe it's somewhere around 3-4 miles an hour when you're elevated, and it's about 6 miles an hour when you're in the down position. So it's a little bit quicker of a chair. If I didn't mention earlier, it is a 300-pound weight capacity chair, somewhere in that 12-mile range with new batteries. But once again, I have a symbol of an I on here now, which just means you're in that elevated position. So you're going to go a little bit slower, but you're able to still drive the chair. Now this has a swing away joystick. It can swing to the outside or the inside. Joystick can go on the right hand or the left hand side. A swing away is a nice function to have because then you don't have any obstruction on the end of your arm. So you're able to pull up closer to a table, or if you want to get in and out of the unit, you're able to push off the armrest without any obstruction in front of you. Armrests flip up on either side for easy access or slide board transferring. Headrest has many adjustments in here as well with height and all the different angles that you can set for the user's positioning. Down here on the base, you do have tie down points. So you have 2 in the front and 2 in the back. You can see your suspension, and then you have 2 motors, 1 on either side. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn this chair around to the front so that you can see it. One thing I want to mention as well is that with these chairs, when we sell these, we send out a measuring chart to the end user so that we're going to get your measurements, so we'll be able to fit this to you. Now, typically a Stretto is going to be made for a little bit smaller people, so I would say anybody 6 foot and 170 pounds and under. If you're kind of up in that over 200 pound range, you're probably better off just going with an Edge 3 because the narrowness of the base is not going to help you because your armrests are going to be wider than the base. Base is about 22 inches in overall width, but with this current seat, it's a little bit wider of a seat they have set up on here. You're 24.5 inches outside of arm to outside of arm. Reason being is because of the back and because of the arms, you have to have a little bit smaller back because your arms have to be able to flip up and clear the backrest to be able to be inside that 22-inch overall width. But once again, if you're a tall, skinny, or short and skinny person, you can make this chair to be 22 inches in overall width to clear door frames. So the size of this seat is an 18 by 20. But once again, if this is the chair you like, we will get the measurements and we will fit this to your size. It does come with a seat belt, removable bottom cushion. Foot plates are individual and they do flip up, and we can space those farther apart if needed and put longer foot plates on there if that's something that you need. This unit also has a light kit as well on here. Not sure where the button is mounted on here because they mount them in all different places. But there is a switch that is going to be on this unit. I'm not sure where it's at, but there is a light switch that we will have mounted on here before you get it because you do have headlights and tail lights. Once again, they're nothing crazy on there. It's not going to really like light up outside. But inside your house, if you're trying to drive through a hallway at night, it will illuminate your path some. So this is the Edge 3, or I'm sorry, this is the Quantum Stretto. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drive it outside so I can show you a little demonstration. So follow me out there. So what we have here is the Quantum Stretto. This is that narrow base, 22-inch wide base. Granted, this has a larger seat, so it's about 24 inches in overall width, but you can see the really small turning radius. It's about 6.2 miles an hour top end speed on this unit. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to elevate the seat now as well to give you what that speed is. But very comfortable unit, solid tires, that mid-wheel drive design. This X-frame seat lift. This is the one that had less than 1 mile of total drive distance on here. And don't forget, we are able to configure this to your size, so don't worry if this is not the size that you need. We can configure it to your size. 3.6 miles an hour is what I'm getting at top end speed when you're in the elevated position. Let me double check that. Yeah, 3.6 is kind of what you top out with. So if you're in need of a narrow power chair with almost no usage, go ahead and take a look at this unit here.
Hi, I'm Marc.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marcs Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.